That lake effect squall line we're talking about extends well into Summit County now, and some areas have actually seen a lot of snow out of this. Scott Newell joins us live from Macedonia. And Scott, what have you seen so far overnight?
You know, it's interesting. Right here, it really hasn't stopped snowing all night, and that's what the snowplow drivers were telling me. But on the way here, the highways around Cleveland were not in too bad shape. But let's take a look. We shot some video a little bit earlier. I wanted to show you what's going on around town here. First of all, you can see just how heavy the snow has been, and the snowplow drivers were out trying to get some of the parking lots cleared around here. They've been at it all night. Also, some people have been scraping snow off of their windshields, and there, if you take a look at the Spitzer dealership, that's how much snow is left on all of the cars. And as you can see, you look up into the lights, it's been that way just about all night. And then some people who have been scraping off their windshields, I've talked to a woman who was driving through on her way from New York. And I also talked to a police officer who said that things are really rough around here. Let's take a look.
Wet, everybody needs to slow down, get where they're going in one piece. So take some time, go extra slow.
And the problem out here, quite frankly, is not the snow, because the snow plows have been out here and doing a pretty good job. There's a lot of salt on the roads here, but what's happening is the wind is still keeping going out here. So obviously what happens is, as you well know if you live in Northeast Ohio, the wind, and it is windy, blows that snow right back over the road surfaces, and that mixes with the salt and a little bit of warmer there, and it makes a really slippery surface. So be careful when you're out driving, although as I mentioned, the roads up near Cleveland aren't as bad. Back to you, Paul.
All right, Scott, thanks. A lot of good information this morning. Some of the heaviest snow right now in northern Summit County, where Scott is. And this lake effect snow could make the morning commute slippery and slushy, especially as more snow is set to fall throughout the morning. Bob Seeley continues our team coverage live along the Interbelt Bridge near Tremont and downtown Cleveland. And Bob, what are you seeing out there?
Well, Paul, I would tell you that if we weren't standing on it, this looks sort of like a postcard that I'd go, oh, how pretty does that look? Unfortunately, for a lot of Clevelanders, this is going to be their first real wintertime commute. And ODOT's been out there and doing a good job. However, that wind is blowing, as Scott said, and it blows the snow right back onto the roadway. So while you've got the freeways are mostly clear, what you have is you think you're okay, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's a bunch of snow on the road. So ODOT says, in the snow, take it slow, and they are serious. From Tremont, back to you, Paul.
Bob, thanks a lot. As the first big snowfall hits the area, the Ohio Department of Transportation is out in full force. ODOT has about 80 plows salting and plowing the roads in Cuyahoga, Lake, and Geauga County. That's just District 12. Crews say they will operate around the clock on 12-hour shifts until the snow stops and the roads are finally clear. Stay here with News Channel 5 for continuing coverage of this snowy, cold weather. Plus, all morning long, you can track the Power 5 Doppler radar on Newsnet5.com. Check all the school and business closings and submit your weather photos, or download our interactive weather apps. And you can follow all of our winter weather coverage updates on Twitter under the hashtag OHSnow. You can keep up with the latest weather information with our new Newsnet 5 iPad app. It has county-by-county radar, plus news and sports sections. It's $2.99 to download. Search WEWS in the iTunes Store.